beyond the body. What are we looking for? An awareness beyond the body? You know, A Course in Miracles does a great job at helping us to understand in an abstract way, helps us to understand what identity in Christ actually means. Let me start by asking, what are you really looking for? You know, think about this. This video might be a little thought-provoking, and I hope you enjoy. Without space, how could our bodies ever appear to exist, let alone survive? Isn't there space even between the heart and lungs, all the other organs within the body? Because of space, we're often wondering, what are we looking for? Hello, everyone. This is James Nussbaumer, and I'm the author of a great series of books, and it begins with The Master of Everything. It's a story of mankind in the world of illusion we call life. It's the pilot of an ever-developing series, a spiritual and inspirational manifesto to a better life, and I hope you'll line your bookshelf with all my forthcoming books. But let me get back to saying, as important as space is in this task, what seems to be space, we still see it as nothing. You can't grab it, can't touch it. It's like it's nothing. Yet we believe we are separate in many ways. How can space be nothing if it separates who we are and is responsible for our separate identities? Or does it really and truly divide us? The thought of being beyond the body is difficult to accept when the ever-doubting and fearful ego in us all tries to intrude. Everything we see in this world has been assigned a name, yes, which becomes its identity. The projection of others determines this. For eons, humanity has used names to carve out sections from unity or oneness. A separate unit is then the effect, not affect, the effect, divided or split apart by space. This space, which is also given a name, is the divider that causes the appearance, it causes the appearance of separate occurrences in terms of place and time, where all bodies are greeted by someone's name. The world has its choice in giving us an identification tag, so to speak, that suits its purpose at the particular time it brings to us, or to you, to others, to me, that brings us to mind. But we can't seem to identify who we are beyond the body. That seems to be difficult. There are individuals such as you. Your name might be, for example, Katie, or it might be Ken. You might be a nurse, or you may be a doctor. And I'm a writer, formerly a financial advisor, and once also a prisoner, as well as a father, a grandfather, an ex-husband, a son, a brother, and a friend to many. Can it be this space is the part of the unity that holds the body together? How would you notice those dark circles under your eyes in the morning when you look in the mirror on a gloomy morning if there were no space? Where would gloom come from if there were no space? We see this space as setting off all things from one another, which is the means by which the world develops a perception of how things appear, not only be, but operate. Is that infinite and vast nothingness that allows music to exist a space that acts like some sort of glue, perhaps? If space is nothingness, then nothing must be what makes our bodies seem to be alive. How could we walk, run, wave our hand, or speak, say hello? Just to mention just a few, without the help of space. No space. How odd. Our projections that we make are assumptions, so to speak, but put into form. We made this space by projecting it into the dream of life while we're in exile in this world from our true home. We're in exile in this world where we think that we're hiding ourselves from one question that I'll answer in a moment. What is that one question we're hiding from? It is an in-depth question, though, I must add, that we just can't seem to answer and are really afraid of its truthful antidote to our problems. Regardless of the ego's thought structure, however, take away the body, going beyond the body and physical matter, and what we have is simply space. Or does space really exist at all? If we are beyond the body, if there's no physical appearance to project it, then is space really existent? Your ego may now be giving this thought a very good effort, accompanied by some frustration, wishing I would move on and clarify my point and my meaning a little further. You may be thinking, no space? What's he getting at? But deep within, you kind of know, but you can't put it to words. A world without space and seeing each other as beyond the body, as identity in Christ, is difficult to comprehend because we want to put an image of Christ in the form of Jesus, which is fine and is okay. But we want to think that Christ see it as a body, and that's the ego in us. And this is so difficult to understand, and that's what Jesus was here to explain to us, and why he entered the dream of separation, is that we are more than just our body. And when he resurrected, he proved that. So why is this so difficult for the ego in us to comprehend? And wondering, what are we looking for, that wouldn't exist as thought? Because, the question, what are we looking for? That thought would never even come into existence because we would be whole. And this, of course, makes no sense. My point being that the ego makes no sense at all. That's why being whole sometimes doesn't make sense, because the ego in us really doesn't make sense. It doesn't know what sense is. A Course in Miracles helps us to see that the ego cannot visualize anything without bodies somehow being involved, nor can it tolerate even the thought of identity in Christ as our unity unless it's used for material gain. Miracles show us that we who prefer separation to sanity cannot obtain it in our right mind. Well, here's the question, or the answer to the question that we're all consumed over so deeply. And it goes like this. What really is beyond the body? These names the world uses to become a part of a series of events set by these individual wills and purposes for things, or of bodies held apart by space and holding bits of mind thoughts as an awareness. What is it? Well, the ego will automatically step in and tell you something like, without space, all you would see is endless bodies attached to one another. A chaotic mess, the ego in us would add. With mass confusion, how can there be no space? Okay, it's ridiculous to even suggest such a situation. That's the ego in us. But my point is this. While we're here in the dream of separate bodies, separate identities, separate lives, and separate wills and freedoms, while we're living this dream of you being you and me being me and others being others, we interact through the use of space. So go ahead with what I had mentioned in this video. Dive a little deeper. Go beyond the body and see what you discover. This does not need to be shared with anyone unless you wish. Go deep. Find what you discover when you take yourself beyond the body. Everyone, if you have enjoyed this video, which I hope that you did, I like to be thought-provoking. Please click the subscribe button and subscribe to this YouTube channel if you would. And if you're already at my website, I believe there's a way for you to subscribe there. But also, if you would like to subscribe to my Everyday Miracles thought-provoking newsletter and so much more with webinars, live streams, and videos, I'd love to have you as a subscriber. The link is in the description box of this YouTube video that will take you to my SAFE website. Down below, click on it, and it will take you there, tool around. You'll see plenty of places asking you if you'd like a subscription to the newsletter. I hope that you understand that the purpose really of this video, of my newsletters, of my books, my blogs, and everything that I put together is it's where you and I, you the reader and me the writer, the author, bring our mind together, bring our thoughts together for self-success and for a better world so we can accomplish our goals and go on to live the life of our dreams, living with an awareness beyond the body so we know what it is that we really want in life. I hope you're thinking, as always, I like to add, that you're thinking about your own natural gifts inside and how important it is that you extend those natural gifts so the world can benefit from them. I wish the best for you, and I hope to see you possibly at a future event or somewhere up the road. Thank you.